Hello, YouTube. Today we are going to talk about Mr. Tadarrius Bean and Mr. John Keith Perry. In case you have forgotten who Tadarrius Bean is, Tadarrius Bean is one of the 5 black police officers who beat Tyree Nichols, and he died 3 days later. And this is Mr. John Keith Perry, his defense attorney. And in case you don't remember who Mr. Perry is, Mr. Perry was also the defense attorney for, what was that guy's name? Hold on, I'll tell you. Mr. Billy Ray Turner, the one who was accused of assisting Sharenson Wright to murder Loren Wright. Shahira Wright is her name. She pled guilty and received a 30-year sentence, while Mr. Billy Ray Turner went to trial and he received a life sentence. But anyway, Mr. John Keith Perry was his attorney, and now he is the attorney for Tadarrius Bean. And he said that Mr. Tadarrius Bean was just doing his job that day. But Mr. Tadarrius Bean's job was to protect and serve, and he did not protect Tyree Nichols. Mr. John Perry said that Mr. Tadarrius Bean never laid a hand on Tyree Nichols. Well, I'm here to tell you, honey, all you have to do is watch the video. Watch the video from the time that Mr. Tadarrius Bean insisted that Mr. Tyree Nichols sit up beside that police car. Watch it backwards, and you will see what role Mr. Tadarrius Bean played in the beating of Tyree Nichols. And the reason that I'm making this video is because these young men, these 5 young ex-police officers, will be back in court April the 1st for new proceedings. And I just want to keep this fresh in everybody's mind that these 5 black ex-Memphis police officers beat Tyree Nichols, a beating that resulted in the death of Mr. Tyree Nichols. And although I have never had the pleasure to meet Mr. John Keith Perry, a Memphis attorney, because I have never needed a defense attorney. So he is a defense attorney for Mr. Tadarrius Bean. Yes, sir. And this beating of Tyree Nichols was not an isolated incident. No, it was not. These 5 police officers, that was something that was done on a regular basis here in Memphis. But nobody said anything about it. But the fact that Mr. Tadarrius Bean is a black man, it's just amazing to me that they could do that to another black man. But I guess on that day, Mr. Tadarrius Bean's skin was not black. His skin was blue. And the level that they took that beating to was just unheard of. It was just unheard of. His lawyer says that he is going under the assumption that his client is innocent. Again, I say watch the video. So I guess we just have to assume that on that day, he said that Tadarrius Bean was just doing his job. So I guess that we just have to assume that on that day, Mr. Tadarrius Bean's job was to beat Tyree Nichols so badly that he could not even retain a sitting position. That young man couldn't sit up. He couldn't. They beat him so bad. And a lot of people is refusing to even watch that video. But I had to watch it because it was unbelievable to me. that 5 black police officers could do that to another black man. Anyway, this is his lawyer. And he says he is assuming that his client is innocent. He says that the only thing his client did that day was put on their uniform. And he said that that's the only regret that that Mr. Tadarrius Bean has, is that he put on that uniform that day and went to work. So y'all stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned April the 1st for when these 5 ex-police officers come back to court. Stay tuned so we can find out if Tyree Nichols will receive justice. All right, guys. Y'all stay healthy, stay blessed, and I'm out.